Alright guys, I wanted to do a video on some of my favorite Glock upgrades that I like to do to my Glocks and some things that I've done to some of the Glocks that I own. Now this isn't all of my Glocks, but this will give you a good representation of some of the things I use, and I'll tell you why I think some of these things are beneficial and some of them is kind of a maybe, maybe not. One of the things that's very beneficial, and by the way, all these guns have been cleared before the video was turned on, so I'm going to spare you the agony of going through that. One of the main things that I think is really good to do to a Glock, especially a carry Glock, is to put on night sights. I'm really a big fan of the XS big dot night sights. And guys, I'm not saying that there's not other sights that are good. We'll talk about some other night sights I have here in a minute. I don't have experience with all of the night sights out there. I'd like to try the True Glow TFX, but as of yet, I can't speak to whether I like them or not because I haven't tried them. So just keep that in mind. So on this Glock, we have the XS Big Dot night sights, and I put the Brooks Tactical A-Grip. Now I'm really a big fan of the Brooks Tactical A-Grip. Some of you may like it, some of you may not. It's kind of pricey, it's kind of hard to find, and it's been around for years, and I still like it. I've had it on this gun, it's been over a year now. I got this gun last June on my birthday, the June before this one passed here. So in June of 15, I got this pretty much on my birthday, June 6th, and I put the A-Grip on it right away, and it's still going good. And that's with carrying, pocket carry, ankle carry, all kinds of other good things. It's still on there working good as of today. Let me go ahead and kick this back for you because I'm going to hold this up and let you see a representation of the sights and what those look like, the big dot night sights. So like I said, guys, again, one of my favorite things to do. Another thing, this is going to be personal preference. Some people don't want to do this because they're worried if they would be in a self-defense shooting, if anything could happen to them, but I put a ghost edge connector in here. Now, this G43, basically the trigger pull was about 7.2 pounds when I got it, and the ghost edge 3.5 pound connector brought this down to probably right about 5, I would imagine. So it's not like I modified this. It's not a hair trigger. You got to do a deliberate pull to fire the striker. It's got to be a deliberate pull. It's not something that I really worry about, but if that's something that you concern yourself with, then by all means, you can stay stock. Another thing is a good holster. This Vetter holster, I'm still using this. I'm still testing it. Everything's been great so far. One of the screws did loosen up on me. I'll have to put on Loctite. Hey, I've had to put Loctite on every holster that has screws I've ever used. So this thing's still working great. Okay, let's go here to my Glock 26 next. And same as with the 43, I put the XS Big Dot night sights on there. Guys, I'm telling you, I can hit with these Big Dot night sights. Don't think that because the front sight is bigger, you can't hit, because you will, by all means, if you practice with these just a little bit, get used to them, you will be able to hit your target. And I think on that G43, I'm actually more accurate with the big dots than I was with the standard sights. So just to give you, just to prove a point there to you. Also, another really good upgrade that's actually beneficial to you, it's not for looks, that's the Talon grip. I put the Talon grip on here, as you can see right there. The rubberized one. If you're going to carry, don't get the sandpaper. It'll scratch you to blood unless you use like an undershirt. The GAP floor plate. Love this, guys. It locks your fingers in there like that. Locks your hand in there. And I love the Gap floor plate. So that's basically what I did to this gun. Also the Ghost Edge 3.5 pound connector. Want to get the trigger guard undercut here. Might take it to MG Precision, a local company, but I need that just to get my finger up there a little bit further. Okay guys, let's go on to the grand finale. This is just the Glocks I have with me, guys. I have a lot of my stuff still in storage. Basically, almost everything I own is in storage, and I'll be bringing some more here as time progresses. Okay, this is the Larry Vickers Glock 17. Now, first of all, this is a really good holster for this gun. This has loops that securely will go on the belt of my SOE belt, and you know there is no way you could roll around on the ground, do whatever you want to do. This isn't going to come off this because of the loops. Okay, they're going to hold secure. I think this is a little bit loose, so I'm gonna have to just notice. I'm gonna have to use Loctite. These two screws are a little bit loose right there. Just noticed it when I flung it back and forth like that. Okay, but anyway, guys, this is another good sight recommendation for me, and it's because I've used these. I have experience on this gun with these sights. I also had another person, my cousin, shooting this gun. He liked the sights on there. He did well with them. If you want to buy these, you can. This is what comes standard on the Larry Vickers Glock. But if you want to buy these sights, you can. They're a little bit taller, but they still, and all the holsters I own, they still fit. It has the tritium bead on the front, blacked out rear, serrated so it won't glare. I really shoot accurately with this sight system. So just look up Larry Vickers Glock sight if you want to get this sight set. And that's another good one that I can recommend because of personal experience. I'm sure there's a lot of other good sights out there. I just can't give you my opinion because I haven't used them. Okay, now this is one of those things, take it or leave it. This is the Terran Tactical +6 base plate for the 9mm. Now I like this, but most guys out there will not carry one of these with this. It does get heavy, it does add a lot of weight, it does kind of change the dynamics of the gun on your side. So this is cool to get, even if you don't want to carry with this. Let's just say bedside gun. It doesn't really affect the weight, even with a loaded mag, when this is on the gun, if it's a bedside gun, enough to make you feel differently when you hold the gun. Okay, so shooting at the range, practice, this would also be good for. You've got more rounds in there. You can shoot more at the target before you have to reload. And like I said, definitely home defense gun. I'd say go for it. Another thing that I really like, guys, is a Surefire X300 Ultra. I love this light, guys. It's a really good light. It's never missed a beat so far. I haven't done extensive testing with it. I've been shooting with it on the gun. It didn't tear it up. The dirt and debris wiped right off the lens for me. I was really concerned before I bought this about the debris on the lens. Cleans right off. Didn't even have to use an eraser or anything. It just came right off. I think I used frog lube on the lens, and then I applied a coat of frog lube, let it dry, and buffed it off. But clean as could be, and I love it. Okay, so let me show you another upgrade that I like as well, is these Larry Vickers floor plates. Now they come standard on the Larry Vickers Glock 17 or Glock 19, but you can also buy these in a few different colors. You can get black, OD, I believe, and the tan. Now here's the thing, I had somebody ask me a question and I had to be honest because what they asked me was, well, you know, you have those floor plates on there and there's ledges on there to pull the mag out if you ever need to yank it out. But this guy asked me, have you ever had or seen a Glock with a double feed, which is where you would need to yank a mag out? And I had to be honest and no, I have never in my life had or witnessed anyone in person have a double feed on a Glock and have to literally work and yank the mag out because of the rounds stuck up, 2 rounds in the chamber trying to go in. Never seen that happen. But here's the upside to these base plates. Number one, they look cool. They do give you something to grab on. If you go like this and the mag kind of sticks like that, it does give you something to pull on. But the biggest benefit for these Vickers floor plates is when you would have, let's picture this is my belt line, when you would be carrying this in a side pouch to carry 1 or 2 extra mags on your EDC or at the range. This gives you excellent purchase to grab the magazine out to reload the gun. That's where these base plates really shine, going from onboard mag holders on your side into the gun, okay? That's where the benefit of these floor plates really are. As for me, I also like the look, and I just like having the grippers on there just in case. So that's some of the upgrades I like. Let me see if there's anything else. Like I said, yeah, this holster's been a good holster. Like I told you before, I wouldn't go polishing the slide. I know a lot of guys have done it, and look, I'm not trying to put you down. I did it years ago. I sent my slide off and had a guy polish it to chrome. Looked like a mirror. It looked like, I mean, it just looked like it was silver plated, you know. Looked really beautiful and everything, but it was like grabbing a hold of the flat part of a butter knife when you go to rack. There was no such thing as grip, and if your hands were a little wet, forget it. Just the glare. It's just... If you want to put a gun in the case and you want to polish the slide, go for it. But if you want to use that gun, don't polish the slide, guys. I'm telling you. And if you do have a slide that's polished, the good thing is you can have it Cerakoted. So there you go, guys. That's some of my favorite Glock upgrades. I'm sure there's more that I might have forgot to hit. All the stocks are all the internals are stock on this, and the trigger on this is just great on this Gen 3. The trigger feels phenomenal. There's nothing I would ever do to this trigger inside, and it is the stock trigger bar. So there we go, guys. That's some of the upgrades that I love with the Glocks. I'm sure there's more, and I'll do other update videos if there's things I want to add to that as time goes. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the Glocks. Never gets old to me talking about these Glocks and accessories for them. All right, guys. Until next time, H4T, out.